I think this goes back to one of the fundamental problems with the Republican Party in general, is since Ronald Reagan, we have moved consistently left. And it's part of the ongoing onslaught of all of our institutions of authority outside of the government. And if you think about it, they've attacked God, they've taken him out of everything. They've attacked the church. They tried to take over the Catholic Church in Connecticut. They've attacked the family by saying, you don't need to have a traditional family, and anyone can have a family. And ultimately what they're trying to do is take away any sense inherently of right and wrong, which I don't think they'll ever be able to completely do, because those are grounded in what we call first principles, laws that come from our Creator, which are instilled in Declaration of Independence and our Constitution. I mean, the Founding Fathers were devout people. They believed in God. And even those that were atheists knew that Judeo-Christian ideals were the foundation for a just society and an enduring government, and that's why we're here. Now, if you look back at what's going on in the last 30 years, 40 years, a lot of people have gotten so disgusted with the political process that they've tuned it out. Because you see talking heads on television, you see ethics investigations that don't go anywhere, the same lies, oh, we're going to change this, we're going to change that, slick willies all over the place, and nothing happens because the money game, the corruption, the power, you name it. The people have been asleep for years. One of the best things Obama's ever done for this country is to wake them up. And I think now we're in a position where people like yourselves are getting involved, where previously they never have. I never considered politics until this past year. And it's out of necessity. We're citizens of this country, and we have beliefs as well. I never talked about my conservative ideals. You get to that point where I refuse to say happy holidays. To me, it's Christmas. If you don't like it, too bad. But now that we're awake and we're engaged, it's time to organize and go back and change the things you don't want. Because I think there was a poll out recently, over 60% of Americans consider themselves conservatives. I mean, I don't think that's such a bad word. Yet the perception, particularly in Connecticut, is that we're such a blue state. I don't think that's accurate. The people that I talk to around the district feel that they have not been sufficiently represented, that their views have not been spoken for, and they're tired of it. And that's why I'm here.
We're getting near the end, just so our panel knows what's going on. We're getting close to the end of our time, so Hector's going to take the last question.
Yeah. Sure. Is trying to explain one of the vetting questions and the answer that you gave, did not get. Do you certify to your constituents and or intended constituents that you have not committed a felony crime or have committed any act which would raise a reasonable question as to your individual moral character, including breaking marital vows or any other contractual obligations or oaths of office within the past 10 years?
I thought long and hard about those series of questions, and here's my position on that. I'm not running as an altar boy. I'm not running on a moralistic platform. I'm a fighter, and I'm here to fight for the Constitution. There are no felonies in my past. Nothing that I think would give anyone pause. But at some point, there has to be some privacy, particularly with my marriage. I mean, my wife and I are happily married. We've got 2 beautiful children, and I appreciate the perspective of you want to know who you're dealing with. I think what you see is what you get.
There's nothing that will come out of the closet and endorse you. That's what we're.
I'm not saying there isn't stuff that isn't going to come out of the closet. I have an 18-year-old daughter who's in Florida from a prior relationship. That was very contentious and a very difficult part of my life. I was busted doing 107 and 65. Judge gave me 30 days.
You know my son? No.
He was one what Papa really thinks. If you look at it in context of the allegations of our president doing speedballs with his uncle, I'm sane. So, no, I don't think there's anything they're going to give anybody pause.
Okay, thank you very much. This
My
was
pleasure.
a pleasure, and
Enjoy.
we wish you the best.
Thank you very much.